Hey first grade, I hope you're having a terrific Tuesday and you are ready for some math today. So to get started for our number talk today, we're going to just practice counting or skip counting together, I should say, because we're going to practice counting by 2s, 5s, and 10s. So let's start together and let's practice counting by 10s, starting at 0 and going all the way to 120. So count with me, ready? 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. What comes next? 120. Good. All right, now let's practice counting by 5s to 120. Ready? 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110, 115, 120. Sometimes it gets a little tricky after 100. Were you able to get it? If not, keep practicing. It just takes lots of practice. Okay, the last number that we're going to practice skip counting by is 2s, and we're just going to go to 50 today. You need to know how to go to 120, but it takes a while because 2s are not as big of jumps as 5s and 10s. So we're just going to go to 50, but you can practice at home going to 120 by 2s. All right, here we go. Ready? 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. How did you do? 2s are probably the trickiest out of 5s and 10s and 2s. So if you had a little trouble with 2s, just keep practicing and eventually you'll get it. Okay, let's look at our word problem of the day. All right, here it is. I'm going to read it to you and listen carefully. Read with me. Nicole had 15 crayons. 5 of the crayons broke. How many crayons does Nicole have left? Okay, listen one more time as I read the problem and listen carefully for the question. What are we being asked to solve? Ready? Nicole had 15 crayons. 5 of the crayons broke. How many crayons does Nicole have left? Okay, did you hear the question that we need to solve? How many crayons does Nicole have left? See, it ends with a question mark. This is what we need to figure out. Now let's read back through and listen for important information that's going to help us to solve this question about crayons. Nicole had 15 crayons. What's important in that first sentence? 15, right? 15 tells us how many crayons Nicole started with. 5 of the crayons broke. What's important in that sentence? 5, and then probably the word broke. If something breaks, are you adding to what you have or is it going to be taken away? Think about that as we move on to plan. Okay, so we'll be deciding if we need to add or subtract, and I'm going to also have us fill out our part, whole, math. Okay. So Nicole had 15 crayons to start with. That was her total. That's how many she had during this whole time. She had 15. But then 5 of them broke. So that's one of the parts. We're trying to figure out how many she has left, the other part. Now, to add or subtract. If you're not sure by looking at my part, whole map for what to do, think about what's actually going on in this problem. If she's got 15 crayons, and then 5 of them broke, she's not going to keep the broken ones. She's throwing them away. So if she's getting rid of them, is that adding or subtracting? That's subtracting. So she's going to need to take her 15 crayons she had and take away or subtract 5, and we'll see after doing that how many she has left. So 15 minus 5 is the equation that we're working with this time. All right, the first way that I'm going to solve this problem, I think I'm going to pull out my counters and actually build it. I've got a 10 frame here I can use, or really a 20 frame. It's 2 10 frames put together. Okay, I'm going to show 15 to start with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so here are the 15 crayons. Now, 5 of the crayons broke, so we're going to show that by taking them away because they broke. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 broke. How many does she have left? Well, let's count. How many are there left? Or do we even need to count? Guys, look at that 10 frame. It's a completely full 10 frame. So how many is that? It's 10, right? We don't need to even count it because we can see it's 10. It's a whole 10 frame. So it looks like she has 10 crayons left. But I'm not going with that answer yet. I'm going to check it a different way and make sure I get the same answer. This time I'm going to draw a picture. So there were 15 crayons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There are my 15 crayons. And then she broke 5 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 crayons left. And I got 10 both times I solved this problem in a different way. So I know for sure 15 minus 5 equals 10. And now we can definitely answer the question, how many crayons does Nicole have left? She has 10 crayons left. Okay, we're going to move on now to practicing counting some coins. So let me clear off my board and get us ready here. Okay. Oh, I don't need my marker just yet. Let's review the names of these coins. What is this coin? This coin is a nickel and it's worth 5 cents. A nickel is worth 5 cents. What's this coin? This coin is the largest coin and it's also worth the most. This is the quarter and it's worth 25 cents. What is this coin? This coin, I know it's kind of probably hard to see on camera. This is the dime, and the dime is worth 10 cents. And finally, what is this coin here? What is the name of this coin? This is the penny, and a penny is worth 1 cent. All right, so what we're going to do now is count some coins. So let me put some out here for us to count. Okay. Look at my coins before you count and let's decide what are these coins and how much are they worth. So what is this coin? Let me hold it closer in case you can't see it. This is a nickel. And a nickel is worth 5 cents. The rest of these coins are the same. What are those coins? Those are pennies and they're worth 1 cent. So we're going to start by counting the coin that's worth the most first. That's the nickel. So we're going to say 5, and then we count on by ones because these are worth 1. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 cents here. We can write this amount like this with the cent sign or with a dollar sign like this. Both of these ways are 10 cents. They're both showing 10 cents. Could I take these coins and exchange them for a different coin that's the same value? I could take this nickel and all of these pennies, since they're worth 10 cents, and replace them with 1 dime, because 1 dime is also worth 10 cents. Okay, let's look at a different one. Let me put out some new coins. Let's see here. All right, how much do I have now? Look at the coins. What are these 3 coins? Those coins are all pennies and they're worth 1 cent. What are these coins? I don't know if you can tell, but they are the same. They both look like this on the back and this on the front. Both of these coins are nickels. How much is a nickel worth? 5 cents. I want you to see if you can count this before I go over it with you. So press pause and see if you can count that collection of coins. Okay, so you should have started by counting your nickels because nickels here in this collection are worth the most. They're worth 5 instead of 1. So I'm going to count my 5s first. 5, 10, and now I switch over to 1s. 11, 12, 13. So this is 13 cents. It can be written either way, like this or like this. Both ways say 13 cents. Okay, let's do a new collection of coins. Okay, take a look at what I have now. So I can see, they're really easy to see, the copper color. Those coins are all pennies worth 1 cent. What is this coin? Oh man, I dropped it. Here it is. What's this coin? This is a nickel, and there are 2 of them. Nickels are worth 5 cents. And then this coin is a dime. How much is a dime worth? A dime is worth 10 cents. So I'm going to be counting from largest to smallest. So what's worth the most? The dime is worth the most. It's worth 10 cents. What's worth the next most? Nickels or pennies? Nickels, right? Because they're worth 5 cents. And then my pennies are what's left. They are worth the least. So when I count, I'm going to be counting by 10s and then by 5s and then by 1s. Sometimes when you get to a mixture like this where you have 3 or 4 different types of coins, it may be easier to write the amount as you count so you don't get confused. Eventually, as you get a lot of practice with this, you'll be able to count it really quick. But right now, you may want to write it out to help you. So the dime is worth 10, and then we skip count by 5. So what comes after 10 when you're counting by 5s? 5, 10, 15. So 10, 15, 5 more, 5, 10, 15, 20, and then count by 1s. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So this is 25 cents. And it can be written either way. 25 cents. Is there a coin that I could take all of these coins away and put that coin in its place and it still be the same amount? Which coin is that? I could take all of these coins away and put down a quarter and it still equal 25 because remember, a quarter is worth 25 cents. All right, guys, keep practicing counting those coins at home, and we'll practice some more together tomorrow. See you then. Bye.